Multiplayer games never seem to stop coming, so let's talk about all of the new games that came out in the last few months. Starting off, we have Pocket Bravery. This is a fighting game with a charming graphical style reminiscent of the Neo Geo Pocket. Listen, it's a fighting game which happens to be one of my least favorite genres, but it looks pretty good. And it comes with original characters, online and local play, and elemental-based combat. Next up, we have the fast-paced NASCAR Arcade Rush. This game comes with tons of NASCARs from the 50s to today. It might start sounding like I don't even like video games, but racers are my second least favorite game. So yeah, don't get me wrong, I enjoy these in the right situation, but if it's your cup of tea, then go pick this up anywhere you play games. If you can get over the somewhat childish and cheap looking graphics, there may be a gem of a game in Paperman Adventure Delivered. This is a 3D platformer that features 4 different characters, each with their own abilities. You will have to travel across 3 worlds to retrieve stolen golden letters from a greedy dragon. There are tons of collectibles, and it supports up to 4 players in local multiplayer. In a bit of sad news, Avatar: The Last Airbender Quest for Balance received mostly negative reviews, and it appears that it will not do justice to the beloved series. As we have not personally played the game, you'll have to dig a little deeper somewhere else to find out what's really wrong with it. If you're looking for something a little different, then Pizza Possum may just be the game for you. Your goal in this game is pretty simple: eat as much as you possibly can and don't get caught. You'll need to hide in bushes and distract dog patrols in order to complete your mission of eating as much food as possumly possible? Yeah, possumly possible. That seems to be pretty much everything. It's just a hectic fun time with a friend while you wreak havoc across the mountain and try to steal the dog leader's crown. Pick it up anywhere you play games. In more racing news, Disney Speedstorm has finally gone free to play, so you can pick it up and enjoy a kart racer with your favorite Disney and Pixar characters. Other than that, you're probably not going to get much out of this that you wouldn't get out of any other kart racer out there. Oh yeah, and Disney Pixar inspired courses as well. In a game that I could not get a good read on, we have Indoor Kickball. This looks kind of terrible, but at the same time, it might just be one of those stupid fun games. You play 1v1 games of indoor kickball. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But there is all sorts of destructible objects in the 10 different kickball rooms. Also, lots of character customization. I don't know if it's any good, but it's out now wherever you play games. Moving on to the games released in October, we have Bang on Balls. This is a chaotic looking action-packed 3D platformer that has you play, well, as a ball, or Bob if you want to get into specifics. We actually have this one installed on our PlayStation right now, but the camera in split screen was way too zoomed in for us and gave us a little bit of a hard time, so maybe try this one in online instead. Despite the camera issues, this does look like a pretty great game. There is a ton to explore in the historically themed open worlds, from feudal Japan and the space race to Vikings and pirates. There are secrets to find, bosses to fight, and challenges to tackle. It's out wherever you play games and supports 4 players online or 2 players locally. Moving on, Wargrove II is a tactical turn-based adventure set in a war-torn world. This is mainly a solo experience where you command disposable units in different combat scenarios. However, if you want to face off against a real person, then the game offers versus or co-op multiplayer for up to 4 players. In even more racing news, we have Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 finally releasing, and this one is pretty cool. If you like Hot Wheels, you get a race on all of those classic orange tracks, except now you have boosters and rockets and cool cars and customization and everything. So if you were into Hot Wheels, if you like racers, this might be one for you. Bish Bash Bots is a robotic tower defense game. This cartoony take on the future has robots turning against humanity as no one ever would have guessed, and it's up to you to save the world. Travel through 32 different levels and use a mixture of turrets and giant hammers to clobber your enemies before they take over. During it all, you will upgrade turrets, collect scrap, and participate in the fighting yourself with up to 4 friends locally or online. It's available anywhere you play games. That seems to be a theme of this episode: available anywhere you play games. Sonic Superstars is a brand new 2D Sonic game running on the Tales of Sonic Frontiers. You can play with up to 4 players as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. I think most of us know what a Sonic game is, but if you don't, you run quickly from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. That may be opposite for you guys, left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. I don't exactly know, but you collect coins and be fast and just have stupid fun. This game comes with new abilities and Chaos Emeralds to help you multiply, swim up waterfalls, change form, and more. It's available anywhere you play games. If you're in the mood for something a little more competitive, then perhaps you will enjoy taking a look at Tricky Tanks. This top-down arena fighter reminds me of games like Boomerang Fu. There's a ton of silly guns to shoot each other with and just have an absolute blast blowing each other to bits with tanks and flamethrowers and all sorts of random stuff. You can play it locally with up to 4 players in 40 levels and try to be the last man standing. Super Mario Bros. Needs little introduction, but then again, I am a little biased as I have loved these games since I played the new Super Mario Bros. Wii with my siblings as a kid. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is a wonderful revival of the series that brings new abilities from the Bubble Flower and the Elephant to the new Wonder Flowers that completely change the level you are playing into something totally different when you pick it up. Perhaps it'll be top down, maybe you'll be a cake, who knows. When it comes to co-op, the collision has been removed, so you'll no longer be hopping on each other's heads and knocking your friends into lava, and you won't be able to pick them up or bounce higher on top of one another. We're a little bit torn about this change, but we have been having a pretty fun time playing through Mario Bros. Wonder. Pickleball Smash is a 4-player game that does exactly what it sounds like, has you face off in pickleball matches against each other. If you're really into pickleball or just need to get your sports fix, then this game might just do it for you. It's available on all platforms right now. Moving into the shaggy month of November, we have a ton more games. Also, I don't really grow facial hair, so let me know if you're participating in No Shave November. Doesn't really make a difference to me. If you want to dig into a fantastic classic, then Alien Hominid HD may just be for you. This is an old game, but it is coming back. From the behemoth, the developers of Castle Crashers, comes this colorful action-packed side-scroller. Disclaimer, I have never actually played it, but it looks like a ton of fun, and it's from the developers of Castle Crashers. Basically, just take Castle Crashers. How many times have I said Castle Crashers now? Yeah, Castle Crashers. And introduce aliens instead of knights, and you get Alien Hominid. With support for up to 2 players, this is one we will definitely be picking up. If you want to play Alien Hominid with 4 players instead of 2, then may I introduce you to Alien Hominid Invasion. Man, hominid is a really hard word to say very fast and memorize when I'm trying to get my script out of my mouth and into the microphone here. This second game supports 4 players and even lets each player choose their own difficulty. Something my wife and I really need because I always like playing on a slightly harder difficulty than she's comfortable with. I honestly don't really know how this is different from the first one, but they both look great. You get to master the alien's moveset, blast people, chomp heads off, and level up your alien along the way. Again, it's available anywhere you play games. Man, there are so many games I need a drink of water. The Smurfs 2 Prisoner of the Greenstone looks like a pretty decent 3D platformer. You set out on a journey to collect the fragments of a shattered green stone by traveling through portals and along the way battling against a brand new enemy. This game looks colorful and like a lot of fun. However, while the description says that it supports multiplayer, there still has been no co-op footage shown, so just keep that in mind when it releases on all consoles November 2nd. We loved WarioWare Get It Together. It was fantastic and we recommend it to everyone. With the new WarioWare Move It game announced, we were pretty excited. However, with this new game utilizing the motion controls a lot more, we're not sure how good it's gonna be. We are definitely still gonna pick it up and are crossing our fingers that beating its over 200 microgames will be a blast. If it's not the best co-op game, it should at least still be fun to bring out at parties, hopefully. Get it for Nintendo Switch on November 3rd. Also on November 3rd, we will see Jumanji Wild Adventures available to play everywhere. If I'm honest though, this game looks pretty bad to me. I have no clue. It will support up to 4 players and allow you to play as Jack Black. We won't be picking this one up unless we hear some really good things. Yet another November 3rd release, DreamWorks Allstars Kart Racing. Really, I don't think I need to say anything about this one. It's another kart racer, but it is not Disney themed. It is not Nintendo themed. It is not dinosaur themed. It is not Nickelodeon themed. It is DreamWorks themed. there you go. On November 7th, we will see the release of Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl 2. This will have 11 additional characters, and all of the characters from the first game have been remodeled and reworked. As I said before, I'm not a huge fan of fighting games, so I could care less, but there you go, it will be available to play everywhere. If you are a fan of magic and spellcasting, then this might be for you. Spells and Secrets is a top-down game that lets you completely customize your character, which strangely enough is Carly's favorite part of like any game. Unfortunately, upon your first day in school, a strange incident throws the school into turmoil, leaving it up to you to save everyone. You will need to use your spells creatively, explore the ever-changing castle and grounds, rescue your classmates, and discover the mysteries and secrets of the school. You can play with 2 players everywhere on November 9th. November 14th will bring Super Crazy Rhythm Castle, a rhythm-based game that has you striving to keep the beat while performing various other tasks. It looks kinda like a mashup between Overcooked and Guitar Hero. Whatever it is, we will probably be picking it up because Carly loves rhythm games and she always beats me at them, so it would be fun to play one cooperatively with her. You'll be able to play this one wherever you choose. If you, like us, have a rambunctious toddler, you may be interested to know that Bluey, the video game, will be releasing on November 17th. I say this more to laugh at it because I don't really have $40 to spend on what will most likely be a terrible 4-player game, but hey, if you want to try it out and let us know, please do. There were a ton of games in today's video, but if you want even more, click on this video on screen right now because we asked ChatGPT what the best local multiplayer games were, and these were the answers. There's some very interesting picks there, some fantastic picks, and some games that we had never even heard of. We love you guys, y'all are awesome, and I can't wait to see you over there. Bye-bye.